We have already got our local AI model running on our machine. Basically, the AI has its brain. But today, we are taking things to the next level. We are giving that brain a body. We are turning our local AI from just a mind into something that can actually do things. We will connect a real front end, build a fast API backend, and talk directly to the AI model and create our own fully local AI web app. No cloud, no subscription, no limit. This is how local AI becomes powerful. And here's something interesting. We will not do any coding for it. We will do something called vibe coding. But before we start, let's talk about vibe coding. Vibe coding is not about writing a perfect code. It is about building fast, experimenting freely, and turning ideas into working software almost instantly. You focus on the vibe, the flow, the creativity, while AI help us generating the boring repetitive parts. No overthinking, no massive setup, just building cool things, but fast. And today we are going to do the same for our own AI application. Let's understand our full technical workflow before we proceed. We will create only two files. One index.html and second main.py. Index.html is the front end of the app. It shows chat interface and uses the JavaScript to send the user's message to the FastAPI backend and then wait for AI's reply and display the reply back on the screen. Main.py is the backend of the app. It receives the message from index.html, then forward that message to Ollama AI model, and then take the response from the model and send it back to the browser. So let's begin. First, make a project folder called Web AI Chat. Inside that, we will create one folder for frontend and one folder for backend. Inside frontend folder, we will create index.html, and inside backend folder, we will create main.py. This will become our full local AI chat system. First thing first, let's install all the required tools we need. We need two tools for this, Python and FastAPI. To install Python, we go to the python.org, mouse over the download tab and click on Python 3.14.5. This will start the Python download. Once the file is downloaded, open the file and check add python.exe to the path and click on install now. The installation will complete in no time. Next, we will install FastAPI UVCon request. To install this, open your terminal and type this command. This will complete the library's installation. FastAPI is the backend framework that receives messages from frontend, processes them, and sends back responses. It is the middle layer that connects your chat interface to the AI model. UVCon is the server that runs FastAPI. Without UVCon, FastAPI can't start. Requests is a tool that lets your backend communicate with Ollama. So together we install something called a website builder, a website runner, and a website messenger. Next, we install local AI model. We have already installed the local AI model on our computer. If you have not done this, refer to my previous video to download local AI model. Next, we have to enable CORS. CORS stands for Cross-Origin Resource Sharing. It's a security rule built in every browser. By default, our browser blocks website from talking to server that lives on different addresses. Our AI app has three parts. Frontend runs on port 5500, that is our HTML page. Backend runs on port 8000 using FastAPI. It receives the message. And AI model runs on port 11434 using Ollama. It generates the reply. Even though they are all on our machine, browser treats them differently, and which is why we need to enable CORS, but only for our machine. Without CORS, the browser would simply refuse the request. Now, let's move on to the step 2, that is build front-end chat interface. Instead of writing the entire front-end code manually, we will use ChatGPT to generate it for us. This is called vibe coding. Just copy this prompt, paste it into ChatGPT, and it will create full index HTML file for our chat interface. Open the notepad to copy the generated code and save the file as index.html inside the front-end folder we created above. Now, moving on to step 3, which is to implement the FastAPI Backend in our main.py. Use this prompt in the ChatGPT to create main.py. Open the notepad, copy the generated code, and save the file as main.py inside the backend folder we created above. And that's it. Our front end and back end are now ready. Now comes to the step 4. Run the fast API server. We have to start the backend first so that the front end can communicate with it. Open a new terminal window and navigate to the backend folder. Now run this command. This will start UVCon on port 8000. Keep this terminal window running while you test. If you try to open the port 8000 in browser, you will get details not found error. As this is only backend, let's connect frontend to this now. Moving on to the next step, to load local server. We have to start frontend server now, so we can communicate with FastAPI. Open a new terminal window, navigate to the frontend folder and run this command. Now our server is running as a real website on port 5500, and it can safely communicate with our fast API, which is on port 8000. Now moving on to next step, which is to start Ollama server and run AI model. This is the AI engine that will generate all the responses. Once Ollama is running, it listens on port 11434 and wait for our backend to send messages. To start Ollama, open a new terminal window and type Ollama. Type hi to test if Ollama is running and we are getting the responses. And now the moment of truth. Let's open the index.html in the browser. We can see that HTML file loaded successfully. Type a message and click on send. The browser sends the request, FastAPI receives it, and Ollama processes it locally. The model generates the tokens and the response appears instantly on screen. This is no longer a chat box. This is the complete local AI pipeline. Front end, back end, inference engine, AI model, all running on our computer. Let me tell you something real. This is not small. This is not ordinary. This is not something everyone can do. We have learned backend, we have learned front end, and we are running our own AI locally. This project is not small. This effort is not small. And growth will not be small. This is just the beginning of something bigger than you think. Use this simple project to expand your ideas. Try different apps with vibe coding. That's all from me. Tell me in comment what AI app you created. See you and have a great day ahead.